You can tell by now, and this is the author speaking here to you, you can tell by now, by listening to the thoughts from our fair lady in love, that interacting with her newfound fantasy boyfriend has made so many positive changes in her life and in so many ways that it's pretty incredible. I mean, no prescription drug, no group of lady friends, no girls' night out, no TV show, no sex, dating, or relationship coach, no soap opera, no parent, no sibling, friend, class, pet, or plant could ever bring this much out of her. And in such a short period of time, no less. It should serve you, the listener, to continue peering into her mind some more, to see just how her fantasy boyfriend continues to help enhance her life in ways that might ignite your own search for your own real fantasy boyfriend, ladies. And for the gents listening, guys, from me to you, guy to guy, this stuff really happens. When a woman is taken through this kind of treatment, these are the thoughts she has, or could have, or should have, and the results thereof. So keep that in mind too. Hey, to both ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're really enjoying this audio program. I'm really enjoying recording it for you. But hey, let's get back into her thoughts about her fantasy boyfriend and spending time with him. I would remember things he would say to me or whisper in my ear when we were making love together, such as, "I got you, honey. I love you, honey. I love you, Mrs." Suggesting that our being together was more than just boyfriend-girlfriend, but had evolved into almost a marriage-like situation, and we were now husband and wife making love together. Talk about your fantasy boyfriend turned fantasy husband. Whoa. I always loved how he looked into my eyes when he spoke to me, as if to say, "What you have to say is important to me. I'm focused on what you have to say, so what's up, honey? Talk to me. You can tell me anything. It's eventually going to come out anyway." Also, the way he just looks at me, it turns me on. It's this look he has, a look that just screams he desires me, and I love that about him. That, to me, is sexy. I loved how he would lie with me in bed so I could fall asleep in his arms, before maybe him heading off to his home office to do some work while I slept. He never let me go to sleep alone in so many ways. This made me feel wanted, loved, and not neglected. There were always plenty of hugs and kisses just out of the blue, and lots of pillow talk every night when I stayed over at his place. I found that he was so helpful and good to me in so many ways. He helped fix my brakes, front headlights, among other things. Most guys either don't do anything or say anything. They just don't want to be bothered. To me, that means they really don't care, or they're not truly invested in me as a person, like I'd like them to be. My fantasy boyfriend cares about me, not just as a sex object. He cares about my safety. While most men just want you to open up your legs and give them some action when they feel the urge, but what have they done to truly deserve such? If they don't care enough that you make it back home safely that night or the next day, then why are they treated with such priceless time in the sack? My fantasy boyfriend really does care about me, and he proves it by demonstrating it. That's sexy. I'm starting to see he likes to set me up for success, too. He doesn't just talk down to me, but he lifts me up. He enlightens me on things, teaches me things related to business and making money. We, as women, don't get that when we just hook up with all the men over the years, if you do that sort of thing. To be honest, a hookup is nothing more than serving a man's selfish sexual urge, only for us women to be kicked to the curb once he's through with us the next morning or maybe after 30 minutes. That said, I've come to learn that I either want my own fantasy boyfriend in real life or no man at all. I find myself in bed a lot more, enjoying the company of my man, my fantasy boyfriend, while I think about the future, answer emails on the phone, you name it. I just find being by his side, naked, doing some of the day-to-day things so much more fun and enjoyable. Plus, it's fun to be openly accessible for having some sexual fun when we feel like it. Working at my desk, sitting at the kitchen counter or in the living room with some pet by your side, if you have one, just isn't the same anymore. I want to be in bed with him and as often as I can. I feel safe, warm, loved. Need I say more? Even though I might see my friends or clients during the day, I've noticed I look forward to getting back to his place so we can be in bed together and just talk the rest of the night or watch a movie. I like that my fantasy boyfriend is always positive. I've dated men and witnessed my girlfriends date men who were negative, mean, abusive, and never really lifted their gal up. I can always count on my fantasy boyfriend for a laugh or to make me smile. In fact, whenever I'm on the phone with my fantasy boyfriend, he's always making me laugh. My friend was in the other room when I was on the phone with him once, and she commented on how happy I sounded, laughing a lot on the phone. Who are you talking to? I replied, my fantasy boyfriend. She then said, well, I wish my boyfriend would make me laugh like that. You're very lucky. I'm happy for you. Sure, she was happy for me, but was she happy for herself in relation to how her man wasn't treating her like my fantasy boyfriend was with me? My fantasy boyfriend has such a positive effect on other people. I witnessed this whenever we'd go out. No matter where we went, people always smiled when he walked into the store or interacted with them at the cashier counter. You can't say that about most men. They're in and out and don't even care about anyone else's day but their own. That's why I'm kind of through with all men unless they can measure up to my fantasy boyfriend. He's always got great ideas on how to make money. He'll take whatever I'm doing and give me 1 to 3 new ways to make money with what I'm doing per week if we talk about business and such. Just one idea, if implemented, could result in me bringing in more money if I applied it to my business. What boyfriend have you ever dated that gives you that kind of advice and the steps or blueprint or assistance to get you there? None. Most men are broke, poor, not knowledgeable in the areas of business and marketing, living paycheck to paycheck like most people, living at home with their parents, or simply struggling to make money. A lot of women today who are making a lot of money can't find men who make the same amount they do, hence they drift apart from past boyfriends over time because their needs outgrow one another. These women then go on to remain single for years on end because they can't find men of their success and caliber. I love his home office, where he works, his environment. He's so organized and knows a lot about computers. His office is laid out well with large screen monitors and multiple computers and all the gadgets that go with computers. He's knowledgeable about video recording and editing and audio recording and editing and website design and e-commerce and social media, investing, cryptocurrency, making money online while he sleeps, and so many other technologies. He's great with people, working with clients and helping them succeed beyond their own capabilities and expectations. He gives them all he's got, just like he gives me all he's got inside and outside of the bedroom. We talk on the phone just enough so that I know he cares about me when we're apart, yet gives me plenty of time and space to miss him too. He's not like most guys who want to know your whereabouts and all the time, and who you're with and why you didn't call him back the same day. The level of trust and freedom my fantasy boyfriend gives me is out of this world. After meeting him, my fantasy boyfriend, hanging out with him, sleeping with him, spending all this time with him, going places with him in real life and in our minds on exotic adventures, there is no other place I'd rather be or go than with him. Honestly, now I know why some women will follow their men to the ends of the earth. I'm so in love with him. I now feel that way about him too. Funny, because there are some men I wouldn't follow to the mailbox. He nourishes me and cares so much for me. I truly wish to be with no other man but him. Or, like I said, no man at all. My take on other men today is that they could learn a lot from my fantasy boyfriend. How he treats me, talks to me, respects me, encourages me, supports me, looks out for me, lifts me up, continues to push for my success in all kinds of ways. He pushes those boundaries to extract more pleasure out of me for him and for me. He teaches me things only for me to apply when I learn and grow from it. Again, like having a mentor, a teacher, a trainer, and a lover combined in one. I also don't mind that he's many years older than me. I think that's what also sets him apart from men my age who just want to hook up, have casual sex. There's really no substance. I can't even keep a conversation with them. My fantasy boyfriend is so much more than that. My take on women today, while some women like to go to parties and socialize with other women in large groups, hang out, or maybe even go watch football with the guys. Not me. I'm kind of an introvert. I'm social when I need to be, but when I'm not, I like to spend time with myself. The trouble is, that gets lonely after a while. And you wish, for someone special, like a fantasy boyfriend, to spend those quiet nights alone with. I can't stand loud chatter or gossip. When I'm with my man, I want to cuddle, snuggle, and hear him breathe as we spoon together for hours. Going to bed alone for women is cold and lonely. We want to be held, have pillow talk and kisses. Pinky, my vibrator, doesn't do any of that. When you're cold at night, your man keeps you warm. You feel safe wrapped in his arms, protected all night long. He allows you to sleep like a baby. As he says, "I've got you." When I hear that, I get goosebumps, feel all warm inside, and fall sound asleep. Oh, yeah, Pinky. Like I said, it can only get you off. Afterwards, it is what it is, a cold plastic sex toy. There's no love or cuddling or kissing or holding you in its arms while you orgasm. The expression, "I don't need a man," I think is more of a defense mechanism, psychologically speaking. Some women don't have a man yet. All their friends have one. That also might mean some of these women have been hurt before and or haven't found a good man yet. All women want a good man to spoil them, take them out on dates, romance them, and sweep them off their feet. We ladies want a man who will check in on us to see if we're okay. Pinky will never do that. That's why I fired her. And I hired my fantasy boyfriend instead to do the job. He's a keeper. Pinky is not. Women are different today. I'm seeing how strong and independent women make men say, "Okay, I'll respect that you're strong and independent, as I see my male friends are too. So then I guess I'll be seeing you because, if you don't need me, then I'm out of here. Good luck." Hence, women unconsciously push men out of their lives when they would rather they stick around and romance them. Romance, I'm learning, actually evolves from one person seeing another person in need of help, where their heart is concerned. For example, a woman, not loved, has a sad, distressed, and aching heart. Think about that. It's a woman's nature to want to be loved. When she's not loved, single, and alone, where does she get it from? Hookup sex? The corporate world? Interacting with clients or customers at her work? having children with or without their father in their children's lives. The truth is, we all yearn for love. Unfortunately, with so many men and women claiming to be strong and independent, no one has really raised their hand in the open, like those former declarations that says, I want to be loved and romanced. Hence, we have so many problems today with dating, relationships, finding love, and loving someone deep down. It doesn't help that we don't have role models in our families or in the media like we used to. Today, there are so many singles, unhappy couples, and everywhere you look, people are fighting and bickering or promoting self-love and narcissism in excessive levels. It's not healthy. And it doesn't foster a healthy romantic environment for lovers to meet and couple up.